Hey, what is up guys? Unstoppableness here with a new video. In today's video we'll be exploring the various Pokemon MMOs that are online. All of these Pokemon games are free to play and online for you to enjoy with your friends. These videos will be showing the ins and outs of each Pokemon MMO, meaning that I'm going to show you a few good things and a few bad things about each Pokemon game and how they rank up in this top 5 video. If you're interested in any of these Pokemon MMOs throughout the video, feel free to go down to the description and click any of the links to the game that you want. I will have the links there for each of my own videos for each Pokemon MMO, as well as links to the respective websites. But anyways, I'm sure you all want to hear about the Pokemon games now, so here is the top 5 Pokemon MMOs of 2018. Number 5, PokeMMO. PokeMMO is a free-to-play game which stays very true to the original Pokemon games. The time I spent playing this game was filled full of nostalgia, and I kept reminiscing of the time I played Pokemon as a child. This Pokemon MMO is multiplayer, which means you can meet up with your friends in real life or even make new friends in-game with strangers. Like I said before, this game is free to play with some microtransactions within the game for cosmetics. The game is very steady pace and the story is an exact copy of the original handheld Pokemon games, but does have some minor differences. The game consists of 3 Pokemon regions, which include a recent release of a new Pokemon region in the game, which is the Unova region. All other Pokemon MMOs don't have this region, so this may be a factor that can make you want to choose this game over another Pokemon game. This game has downloads available for Windows, Mac, Linux, and a portable zip, which means mobile. However, playing this game after a while gets kind of boring because of how cut and dry it is. Before I said it stays very true to the original handheld games, that is good in some cases, but I'm looking for a fresh new experience. Yes, the multiplayer is neat, but that's what an MMO should always have. This game needs to branch out more and have a bigger place to bring the players together instead of having a huge end game where you just grind for PvP. However, I've not played the game yet, so I don't know what the Unova update has, so if you guys have played it, leave a comment down below. Tell me what it's all about. And one more thing I think that keeps this game from having a higher spot on this list is the fact that you have to download everything. You have to find and install your own ROMs and insert them into the game files before you can even play. Most Pokemon MMOs on this list have their own download packages with everything, or they have their own browser you can play on, making them easier to access. Besides that, this Pokemon MMO has a lot of players and it's definitely worth checking out. Number 4, Pokemon 3D. Pokemon 3D is one of the most underrated Pokemon MMOs out there. Pokemon 3D has been trying to get started for many years but can't seem to get the player pace it needs to become a successful Pokemon MMO. The Pokemon 3D is a 3D remake of the Pokemon games Gold and Silver. This Pokemon MMO is completely free to download and is online where you can play together with your friends. This game is completely different in the fact that it has its own servers, if I'm not mistaken. I think you can have your own server if you wanted to, or you can join a main server. The graphics in this game are one of their own kind because it is 3D and still keeps the true original graphics of the Pokemon Gold and Silver. With the combination of a 2D style and a 3D style, it makes a pretty amazing experience. Just like PokeMMO, this game is kind of cut and dry. The only reason this has a higher spot on the list is because of the graphics style. It gives you an amazing experience that you can never forget. The graphics make you forget you're playing the same old game that you've always played, and plus you can play with an Xbox controller. The battles also look amazing with its 3D vibe going on, however they seem to be kind of slow. But like I said before, this game lacks the player base it needs to be successful. Playing through the entire game myself, I've only seen a handful of players in the entire game, and to have a successful Pokemon game, you have to be able to trade and battle people whenever you want to make it fun. Without that, it's simply not an MMO, or at least any kind that I would want to play. But if this game does interest you or draw your attention because of how it looks and plays, be sure to go check it out. And as I mentioned before, the link for each game is on this list, as well as videos of each game posted below. Number 3, Pokemon Evolution Online. Pokemon Revolution is a hugely popular Pokemon MMO, if not the most popular on the internet to my knowledge. Pokemon Revolution Online is also free to play and online, once again meaning that you can meet up with your friends and strangers inside the game. Pokemon Revolution has its own storyline taking place within the game that is solely single player, however real people will always be present through the entire game. The game's story, from what I've played, seems to be very cool and entertaining. Without spoiling anything in the story, I just want to say the game takes place first in Kanto. You'll be able to explore other regions of the game with the progression of the story. One of the things about this game that makes it amazing is its graphics. The 2D style graphics is a nice break from the modern high-end graphics style. The game is very polished and you can tell a lot of time has been went into producing this Pokemon game. The background music is amazing and the battle themes get you so pumped up to play this game. But all games, even good ones, have some flaws that make people want to choose something else. One of the first things I noticed about this game is how slow the battles were. Each battle took up plenty of my time, the animations were slow, the moves were slow, just the whole battle experience had a slow vibe to it that can really break the immersion in the game. I have also heard a lot about this game having weird stats for certain Pokemon that are not true to the actual Pokemon games. For example, you can pick Pikachu as a starter and I've heard his stats are boosted from normal. I'm sure there's a reason for these changes in the game, maybe balancing, I don't know. But for me, I like my online Pokemon games to be as correct as they're supposed to be. I'm sure some people like this, but I would not like this in my games. But with all that said, Pokemon Revolution is one of the best and most polished games out there, full of fun people. The game can be played on all sorts of operating systems as well as mobile. Do not miss out on playing this game, guys. It is one of the best out there. Number 2, Pokemon Planet. Pokemon Planet is the Pokemon MMO that I've spent more time on than all other Pokemon MMOs combined. I have made countless Pokemon Planet videos, and it's helped me grow the channel tremendously over the past 3 years. Pokemon Planet is free to play, but does have some microtransactions for decorative items, but can be pay to win. This game has a good interface with full screen capabilities, and it can be played on smartphones or tablets. A link on how to play this game on mobile will be posted down below. The graphics style of this game has varied over the years as seen on some of my older videos compared to the newer ones. The current style is a strong 2D theme. The only things about the graphics that bother me are the water and a few other things. The water is stationary and makes the game feel very stale. If the game's graphics were a bit less plain and maybe moved or some sort of simple animation, the game would feel a lot more alive. The battle system in the game feels right, meaning the battles don't take long to start or stop. The Pokemon generations are up to Generation 7 in moves and the correct stats and stuff. However, a lot of bugs need to be worked out in the battle mechanics. It is still the best battle mechanics of all Pokemon MMOs on this list. The sense of story in this game is completely absent. There is no story in the game whatsoever, but this is one thing I wish was implemented more in all Pokemon MMOs, not just this one. This game is one of the bigger games to explore, with one of the main attractions being the fact that you can explore 4 different regions, each region having its own area to explore, and almost all the Pokemon being in the game except for a few in Gen 5 and Gen 6. Gen 7 is almost not in the game though, Pokemon wise. This game may be the biggest of all the Pokemon games on this list when comparing the amount of Pokemon and explorable areas, but that doesn't make it the best. One of the main reasons this game has taken a backseat is due to its currently obnoxious player base it can have at times. This is one of the reasons I stopped playing myself. However, if you love Pokemon and can get back some jerks online, this is the Pokemon game you wouldn't want to miss out on playing. Before we get to that number 1 spot, I just want to say thank you to all the people that made it this far in the video. You all watching are helping my YouTube dream become true, and I thank you for that. I just want to say that if you're here and you're new to the videos and you want to subscribe and check out more content, go ahead and subscribe, guys. Check it out. And leave a like if you want to, guys. Now let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot. Number 1, PokeOne. PokeOne is the newest Pokemon MMO on this list, but by far one of the best. It takes many of the aspects of all other games on this list and puts them into one big game for us all to enjoy. The game is currently in open beta, so there's still a lot of testing going on there. The best way to know this game may be to wait until the full release comes out. Right now the beta is only playable on Windows and will be released to various operating systems. I've also heard talks of mobile release. PokeOne has a mixed graphics style and my favorite of all the Pokemon games on this list. The graphics style is a mix between 3D and 2D. The 2D characters and some 2D assets have been put in a 3D world similar to that of Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl. The Pokemon battles are also in 3D, with each Pokemon having fully animated sprites. The Pokemon behave differently in battle with different statuses and different other moves used, whether it's special or physical attack. The game has many Gen 7 mechanics, including the battle system, and all Pokemon types are included in the game. One of my favorite parts of this game is the mystery box feature it has in game. With the boxes, you're able to get any kind of item ranging from a TM to decorative item. That was so in the alpha. However, in the beta, it may have been nerfed a little bit. Once the game has had a full release, you'll be able to make microtransactions. To my knowledge, it'll be only for cosmetics only. With this game being number 1 on the list and having so many great things about it, the only part of this I can say I don't like is the fact that it's not out yet. With the release coming this year in 2018 sometime, this is not a game you want to miss out on. If you cannot wait to play this game, guys, there is a link down below where you can test the beta for yourself. Links for the videos will also be available, and you guys can check those out if you want to in the description down below. So guys, that is the top 5 Pokemon MMOs in my opinion. If you want to play any of these Pokemon games or maybe watch any videos about each one individually, you can check out the description down below where I have clearly put every Pokemon MMO mentioned above in order from the video. If you have any comments about the video or want to share a Pokemon MMO that I don't know about, then you guys can comment down below. Once again, if you are new here and like the video or the content and want to stay up to date on all Pokemon MMOs, then you can go ahead and click subscribe, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the rant about the top 5 Pokemon MMOs. Leave a like if you want to see more, and I'll see you on the next video. P.S. I've put 2 of my own favorite videos on the screen right now, so you guys can check that out if you want to. If you want to, go ahead, give them a look. I'll see you in those videos too. See ya, guys.